Hi guys, it's Susie. It is Tuesday in the afternoon. It's a beautiful day again, but getting hot here in Houston, which is never fun. So, but I'm outside anyway because I can be. So I wanted to talk to you today about being able to connect with me. Because of the time difference, I don't think that we'll be able to do a Zoom class where everybody's kind of in all little boxes. I think that'll be a little hard. I know some of you have gone home to your home cities, and that makes it harder because as hard as it is to coordinate time in Russia, to coordinate that then to Houston is even more difficult. So I still would like to hear from you. I heard from one of my former students the other day, and that was great. I'd like to know what you're doing and where you are. So email me or send me a WhatsApp message. If you want to WhatsApp with me and do a chat, there's no real rules about it, but maybe just to make you a little bit more comfortable, we can go over what that means or how that looks. So, board. I love the board. This isn't too reflective, but you can send me a WhatsApp message or send me an email. And then we can set up a time. And here's the times. Let me get that across there. So usual time in the morning is late afternoon here in Houston. So the best time to get me or to have a chat is going to be between 7 and 9 in the morning. Sometimes I can push it to a little bit later, but usually we stop. Our national news comes on at 5:30 here, and then we have dinner, and that's kind of our routine as we're facing this quarantine time. So once you contact me and we work out, one, where you are and your time where you are, and then two, what time would work for us to chat, all you have to do is have your phone or your computer. Have those ready. If you need headsets because of where you are, maybe you have a roommate or you're back with your family. So if it's easier to hear with a headset on, get those ready. And then whatever time we set up, I will hit that video button and we can talk. Now, if you're worried about what that looks like because you haven't been practicing your English or had an opportunity to practice English, so we can make it really simple. The first conversations are just like greeting each other. I want you to describe where you are, what city, why you ended up where you are. You can tell me what you're doing during this quarantine time to practice your English. So maybe you're doing nothing. Maybe you're just watching these videos. Or maybe you're working in your grammar books or working with some kind of online course. So let me know what you're doing and maybe what you're working on so we can see how I can help you. And maybe I can't. Maybe it's just nice to greet each other and see each other face to face and know that I'm here for you. So you can ask me questions. I love to talk, right? So if you're more comfortable asking me questions and preparing that ahead of time, go ahead and do that, and I will answer them. If you have grammar questions, I ask that you send me a message ahead of time saying, I'd like to talk about, like we talked about present perfect recently, and I'll do another video about that. But I need a little time because as a native speaker, I am not an English teacher. So some things I have to reteach myself before I can help you. So after our first call, video chat, some of the things that we do, I can give you a topic and we can discuss that topic the next time. I can say, okay, next time I want you to describe your city or your family or your favorite vacation spot. So I can give you a topic that we can talk about and that you can prepare ahead of time so you're more comfortable. You can give me a topic. You can say, I want to talk with you about holidays in America. I want to know a little bit more about anything that you can think of. If you want to talk about topics of that you want me to speak about and lead the conversation between the two of us. And if you ask me to talk on a topic with you, I'll expect that unless it's grammar related, English related, that you have some questions for me. And yes, ask questions about grammar, or you can just check in. You know, just like having a cup of coffee, we can say, how are you today? How are you feeling about the quarantine? What did you do? Did you do anything exciting? Today I took 2 walks, so that's an exciting day for me. I know we all can't do these wonderful, fabulous things that we'd like to be doing now, but we can just check in. We can do check-in times. So the time limit is 30 minutes, about. It's best for me, especially as I'm hopeful that more and more of you will want to chat at least once or twice a week. I need to fit everybody in. So as I said, like 6, 6, 5, 4, 4, 3. So 7 a.m. on Wednesday morning is actually 3 o'clock Tuesday afternoon here. And unless you tell me that you're up and want to speak English at midnight or 11 at night, then, which is great because that's my morning, but we can need to just balance the time a little bit better. And then if you just want to send me a message and say, I don't want 30 minutes, can we talk for just 10 minutes, 15 minutes? It's okay. If you just want to do a check-in, or maybe you have something that you've been preparing and you want to ask some questions, maybe you've been practicing an essay and you wanted to just get a few little helpers along there, have me give you some guidance on it, that's fine. It doesn't have to be a regular thing. It doesn't have to take a long time. If you want to do it once a week, once ever, that's okay. But if you're having questions as you work through your grammar on your own and your English practice on your own, I know it can be a little daunting. There's a word, daunting, which means it's very difficult and can be overwhelming, can really make us feel like, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's kind of how my Russian is right now. And I'm thinking I need to do some video chatting with my Russian teacher because now is очень плохо. It's very bad. But so I understand how it can feel to be isolated, and it also feels right now, I'm sure for you probably into week maybe 3 of the curfew. It can feel like it's a nice break, and then we'll start back to normal next week. I don't think so. I think this is how it is going to be for at least a few more weeks. So I don't want you to be 6 weeks behind. It's okay. We take a few weeks off. That's great. It's a nice break after all the thinking and taking the test in February. But 6 weeks is too long. So I hope that whatever you're doing out there, whatever way you're practicing your English, keep it up, keep working. So speaking of English, and this kind of came up the other day, I'm going to show you this word. Quarantine. By English rules, it probably says quarantine to you. But occasionally this INE comes out as teen, or een. So some of the words, let me just write them real quick. A couple I can think of. One of them we were speaking of the other day to somebody. So just so you can get the word quarantine right. So cuisine, which is types of food, or magazine, we have the een ending. It's really not a good, I'll look and see if there's like a clue as to when it's ein and when it's een, But right now it's quarantine. So it's your little word for the day as we all live through this. Anyway, as we also work through this schedule of chatting by phone, in the U.S., we are in the week before Easter. So Christians refer to this as Holy Week. And even though we're not able to attend church, we're doing a lot of things online with our church. And so towards the end of this week, I will be unavailable for about 4 days. I may send out a video on Thursday, and that'll be the last time until after Easter Sunday. I know in Russia, Easter's not until the 19th. It's a big month. It's a very big month, April, for all religions. The Jewish religion has Passover this week as well. It's Easter for most Western, or a lot of Western countries. You have Orthodox Easter coming up in a few weeks, and then the Muslims will celebrate Ramadan at the end of the month. Their Ramadan will start, which is a very important time for them. So it's very strange. It's an important month by world religions. So for me, that means that I won't be able to chat for a couple of days, but it gives you time to get brave and decide to next week maybe set up a time that we can talk. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you guys have a good day, and I'm going back into the air conditioning because it is hot as blazes out here. So have a good one. Talk soon. Bye.